Hello everyone and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid. We last left off, we had done the entirety of Disc 1 and moved on to Disc 2, though as anyone who's played the game will know that Disc 2 is not as long. In my opinion, I think it's just mainly to hold all of those SMVs and actual videos of real people and events, so it's going to take up a lot of data. And in the blast furnace, there's a few more things I can show off. Sadly, it's not the... Oh, hello! Well... This didn't go well. Great start. Just, I don't know if I even use that. Yeah, as I was saying, there's a few more things we can do here. However, one of them I can't do on this version. If you have the remake, I'm pretty sure there's a way you can do it, so that when you fall in the lava, he does the Terminator thumbs up. But one thing we can do with this edition is... You can do this with either of the missiles, either lock-on or the controlled. But normally this thing, you've got to duck underneath it. Instead, we're just going to destroy it. And now it's gone. You don't have to worry about it. Yep, it's pretty cool. If there's something in your way, just blow it up. Normally you'd have to stop, duck, and they go over you, but you can just destroy it. I don't think it works with, like, pistols or anything, but with the Nikita or the Stinger, you can just blow it up.
What was that noise?
Ooh. I always forget which area of these has the, these little barriers. I think that's the only place that the barrier is for the lava. All the other places you just fall in. You can also blow up in the remake. It's just I can't show you the thumbs up thing in this version. I didn't want to go in here. But you can use this elevator to go up and down. Not too much point in doing so. Though you can use the outdoor area to make the card cold. It takes a little longer, if I remember correctly. The only reason you want to go backwards is if you missed one of the replaced items, like the body armor and whatnot. That only appears after a certain point. The updated key cards. Sadly, we don't have any Stinger here, so we can't just destroy these turrets. Instead, let's just use Jeff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in the remake you can do the thumbs up thing. I just don't know how to do it personally. I've seen it done. But I've not really played a lot of the remake. I mostly played the original. But I love both versions. Even if some people say the remake is too movie-like and out there. But like, Kojima wants to make movies, so it fits with his whole design philosophy. And the whole game series is out there, so that's not really a good bloody argument against the remake being too weird and non-realistic. I'm possibly so full of all this information because I just love the series. I am sad we're not going to get a Metal Gear Solid ever again. Unless Kojima does something similar with his new studio now he's done with Death Stranding. Unless he's going further into the Death Stranding thing. You haven't seen me in a while. How's my life been? Second form of this. That guy hurt his knee as he jumped.
Damn.
What I was going to say is that I haven't been able to stream for a while because I updated my motherboard, and at my best guess, it caused a compatibility issue with my previous Wi-Fi adapter. So I've had to get one that's now inbuilt. That is in my rig down below if you're interested in what I got. Aside from that, life's been pretty low. Yeah, I forgot there's mines here. I was hoping the new game by one of the Square Enix subsidiaries, I forgot what it's called, but it's kind of like a combination of Metal Gear and a mech game. As far as I could tell, it flopped. And it didn't look that good either. But it had the same artist that worked on MBS work on it. That's why it looks so similar. That's one long fuse on that chef. And this thing here, you can kill these birds if you can shoot them. It's easy in the remake. And if you kill them and bring your people, they'll be very angry. Vulcan also says something about it. But he says something different if you don't as well. So.
Straight down. Better move it. There's no time. The terrorists are ready to launch.
Negotiations are all finished.
The government can't cave into terrorist demands.
But they're threatening to launch a nuclear weapon.
They've made their final decision.
Why is the White House being so inflexible? Colonel, is there still something you're hiding from me?
Snake, please. Just concentrate on stopping them, okay? Metal Gear is straight down.
There are a lot of crows around here.
Those aren't crows. Those are northern ravens. The Inuit and other Native Americans worship northern ravens as creator deities. Some say that ravens have the power to predict death. The great poet Marlowe wrote about them in the 16th century. Thus, like the sad presaging raven that tolls the sick man's passport in her hollow beak, and in the shadow of the silent night doth shake contagion from her sable wings.
That's pretty gloomy, Master.
By the way,
What?
I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
This is
I
a
didn't know
missable
that.
discussion.
What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI,
Yeah?
and then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
Sacre
What did you
bleu!
say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied.
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Spy in the green
Come
base.
on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah?
Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja. Too many strange things are happening.
That ninja.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
Metal
If I find
Gear.
out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Cold. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Rose. It's easy enough to remember, just Jack and Rose, because it's a reference to Titanic.
You found body armor. It will lower the damage you take from gunfire.
Bit late to tell me this now,
It will
Natasha.
prevent bullets from penetrating, but you will still feel the impact from the bullets. Don't rely on it too much.
If you take that elevator down, you'll wind up in the warehouse. Metal Gear's underground maintenance base is just past there.
Ravens.
What?
There are a lot of ravens here.
There were ravens around from before, but for some reason they started to really increase in number around the same time that Foxhound came to the base. It's really weird. I wonder what it could mean.
Metal Gear is so solid and realistic. A person can control ravens? Sure. It's getting cold in here, so put on your parka. There's a very common thing with this boss fight. The, what do you even call them? I've got the name of these things now. This thing. It's not a crate. Or whatever these things are called. They're stacked up, and I mean, yeah, anything's a container, but we'll just say a container. These can fall down, and pretty much every person who fights this guy has at least one of these fall down. It's possible to kill them without it, but you can also force it if you shoot them with your rockets. So you can block off certain paths, but there is a limit, I'm pretty sure. Like, you can't make it impassable. Again, it's another thing you can do in the remake that's easier to do. Yeah, shipping container. Ooh, a speedrun stat. Let me know. See if I can pull it off.
Welcome Zach. This is the end of the road for you.
Does it use claymores?
Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating?
It's a vampire raven.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you.
He's sucking my blood.
From the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
Sounds good to me.
It's different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there is iron in your words.
You stand next to him because you can't shoot because the long barrel. Okay, I could try that. See if any of these guys actually make mention of that. It'd be funny if they say, just get close!
Vulcan Raven is half Native Alaskan American and half Inuit. He was raised as a shaman, and they say he has supernatural powers. During the Cold War, he trained in Russia with the Bimple, the Soviet Special Forces. In 1993, he was demoted by President Yeltsin following his coup d'etat, so he fled the country and became a mercenary. After that, he joined those rent-a-war bastards at Outer Heaven, Inc. He stayed there until he joined us in the Foxhound, next to a strong recommendation from Revolver Ocelot.
That cannon he's holding is a 20mm Vulcan gun. You usually see them mounted on fighter planes. You can't take him on in a firefight. He'll make mincemeat of you.
Oh no, speedrun says different.
He's a graduate emeritus from Alaska University, so he's a quick thinker too.
In any case, you'd better not try to attack him from the front. Normal weapons are no match for his 20mm Vulcan. Try to attack him from the sides or behind.
What weapon does the speedrun use for that tactic knock when they're next to him?
You
just punch him.
Predict where he's gonna move and set up some C4. If your timing is good, it might work.
Claymores work too. Don't need to use C4. Nikita? Okay.
You could also try to predict where...
That place is right in the middle of the permafrost. Just like the name says, it never melts. I've heard over 85% of Alaska is permafrost. It's extremely cold there, Snake. If you don't hurry, your sea rations will freeze. One way to prevent your sea rations from freezing is to hold them close to your body by equipping them.
Need to get him close to him then. Oh. Get up! He's still hitting me! He's still hitting me there. I don't know if I'm not in the right position here. You sent me a link, but you sent me a PM, so let's have a look-see. Okay, so it looks like you've more got to go into the corner of a shipping container. So just going straight ahead, going like this. Nope, doesn't work there. Did you say something else? No, it's the same thing. It just wasn't saying I read it. Let's have a look, see. Huh. Not sure why it works for him. Unless that only works in the US version, because I have a UK version. I'll see if I can get him into a different position. Also, let me add you to the regular list so you don't get that timeout. Okay, you should be able to send links in the chat now, Knock. You can see it here, these things falling down. I want him to move to the left so that I can get into a better angle. He's not doing it. Because the video has the guy, like, here. It might be more to the fact that he rapid fires it, and it stops him getting hit. I need to go pick up some more rations. Oh, I forgot you set your own claymores off in this. I hate how he has the sixth sense of where these things are. he was in an invulnerable state. God damn invulnerable state! Set off my claymores. That's it. Come over here. Blow yourself up. What? Why did that one not hurt you? There we go. Sorry, I couldn't do the speedrun thing.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me.
You're bored?
Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a
Because that's how keycards work, Snake.
created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death.
An angel with a shotgun?
But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There is always an end to it, but you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
I wish we had a Decoy Octopus game. They'll probably play similar to a Hitman, with how you change your appearance.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
Sacre bleu!
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be...
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
Sure we can.
You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Ooh. Tensions are rising. Yay, more stingers. I can blow up some more bloody cameras. The only gun you can aim. Look at all these turrets. Be a shame if they were turned on. Am I right? We just look at all of them. Why would you need this many turrets? Gives you the right type of ammo to destroy them as well. Metal Gear.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can...
Hacker Man.
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
Ah. Another thing for the people who haven't played the remake or have played it and don't know, I'm pretty sure it's in here. Obviously it's not in this version, but there are a few pipes running up and down the walls. And in the remake, when you get the PAL key, it still works like in this. You need to heat it up and cool it down. But there are several pipes. One of them is for steam, and another one is for what do we call it? The stuff that makes things cold. It's not antifreeze. It's a liquid. But when you shoot it, mist comes out. So you can use the vapor that comes out of either of the pipes to either heat up the car or to cool it down. And it's a lot quicker than having to go to the different areas. It's a nice addition in the remake. It's also something you wouldn't really think of doing. And I know a lot of people didn't, because they still went back to it when I watched them play. Back to the other rooms, I mean.
Snake, it's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
You can see Ocelot pacing. I think it's Ocelot pacing. It might be Liquid. One of them's pacing.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
Damn.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
I like how Colonel was like, wait, you got a disc with all the data? Even though they can see what we do. So I don't know why he was surprised at that. It's possibly just two different writers writing at the same time. They didn't quite like that one point.
Snake!
Did you find it?
No, I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Armstech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
I can't even see him from here. Oslo would have seen us.
Okay, I've entered the PAL codes and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No, there's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid.
But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India, I see.
They gotta get rid of the coronavirus before it
When the other
spawns.
countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us.
Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What are you saying?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours!
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss, you're not worried about the PAL being overridden. If the code is in it again, it'll be deactivated.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the President was talking about. It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got 1 of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy?
Yes. It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in 1. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that? Damn! The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake, this is bulletproof glass. There's no way in. I'll enjoy watching you die.
Oh, how nice.
Snake, you've got to get that key.
Yeah, just go in some radioactive fluid. It'll be fine. It's fine. Nock, were you here when I explained the pipes? I don't know if you were saying you were going to be right back, or you were just saying that was the emote for BRB. You were half here? Okay, I'll give you the half explanation. Remake, shape MR ally, 2 pipes, one's cold, one's hot. Shoot them, change the shape. There you go. Before I go into this water, I shall be right back. I've returned. And again, this is another thing, I can't remember if it's in this one or in the remake. But one of these, and going down, you should be able to see the items. It's possibly only in the remake. Yeah, looks like it's only in the remake. Pow key. It's a bomb! Pretty sure this bomb's identical to the one that Ocelot puts into your inventory. Yeah, just a bomb. See if anyone says anything about the bomb.
You got the card key. Good. Now get back to the control room and use that key to re-input the PAL codes. Stop that launch.
Yeah, because Liquid and Ocelot wouldn't still be in the room.
You got the card.
I know this is just a game mechanic to force the story along, but it really makes no sense that we're just like, yeah, this is fine. They would leave totally. No one gets the inkling that we're being led into this.
You got the card key back? Good job. Now hurry to the control room.
There is a big difference between conventional weapons and weapons of mass destruction. Conventional weapons are intended for use against military targets, but nuclear weapons are used against non-combatants. Nukes are designed to kill tens of thousands of innocent civilians in a flash. That is why nuclear weapons are so evil. Those who forget the past are doomed to repeat it. That is why the world must never forget Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
You found the card key, right? First comes the room temperature key. Put it into the far left terminal in the control room. That key is actually an IC card. Its connector pins and main body are made of a shape memory alloy. It's designed so that unless it's been changed to the correct shape, it won't be recognized by the PAL code input terminal in the control room, and the detonation code won't be entered.
I would feel that this card would be very, I don't even know what the word would be, unreliable. Because room temperature key, but you have it in your pocket close to your body, wouldn't it be hotter than normal room temperature? Did they remove this guard? No, he's still there. Just casually shooting rockets into one of the office.
PAL code number 1, confirmed. Awaiting PAL code number 2.
Okay, that takes care of PAL code number 1. Now, PAL number 2, freeze the key.
Freeze!
Just a box.
Yes, I'm just a box. Please leave. Oh no, I'm in his way.
Get out of the way. Who's that? I heard.
I needed to be upwards, not down.
Where'd he go?
All the people you don't kill in this game don't really make much of a difference towards the ending. Only because the whole place blows up. A lot of these people are also going to die because of their genome sickness. But I think the rating system's more about your personality and ethics rather than if it was worth it in the end. No more cameras. And again, there's another thing here. We destroy these cameras, they would know the feed has been lost. They don't do anything. We're all like, yeah, this is fine. They're just incompetent.
You've got to lower that card key's temperature. Find someplace cold.
Nah. My heart's already dead and cold.
Now freeze that key. Get somewhere cold.
Nuclear weapons are destructive enough to kill every living thing on Earth, and to render the planet uninhabitable for tens of thousands of years.
Next, you've got to cool the card key.
Where should I do that?
This is Alaska. Go outside. It's cold everywhere. But you're close to the warehouse where you fought Raven, right? That place is right in the middle of the permafrost layer, and there's no heater either.
So how's everybody doing? So I'm just waiting around for this thing to cool itself. There it is. And they all come back. But there's no area here. Oh no, I'm getting chaff. I'm just not getting stun grenades. That was it. I like the camera angles they employed here. Hey, 5-odded 5 snake. I messed it up when I said snake. Yep, pretty much at the end. I'm just doing the cold key right now.
What was that noise? Who's that? I heard something.
Don't mind me. Can totally just activate this computer whilst I'm throwing off chaff.
Palcode number 2 confirmed. Awaiting Palcode number 3.
Okay, there goes pal code number 2. Next comes pal number 3. Warm the key.
Just got to give it some tender love. Hopefully he doesn't... I'm not in his way here. See, he went to the south wall last time. Yay! He'd even say, huh? Just a box, like last time. Yeah, it's just a box on a metallic walkway very high up where they don't need boxes to be. Totally unsuspicious. You're also too late to get any of my factoids. 5-odded 5 Nake. Past this point, there isn't really much more I can say that's really hidden. Or changes in the remake. Oh, just general things throughout the game. Like not having to change controllers for Mantis, Johnny's side stuff, getting rescued by the ninja, using the pipes to heat and cool the key. Here's the game. I'm unsure if you'd know it all, or just be very fascinated about it, as you name. Now these guys are here after I've already done them. You looked up a lot about the MGS franchise. You would say you know it all, though. Fair enough. You'd probably know most of the stuff I've said throughout the game, though. Up we go. Yeah, Kojima normally puts a lot of... Well, I'll say Kojima. I don't even know if he gives much input to those kind of things, but the development team always puts a lot of little details that you can just do.
Snake, it's about Naomi Hunter.
Then you should talk to the Colonel. He's looking into it.
Turn your monitor off.
Okay, it's off. No one else can hear us. Go ahead.
Sorry, but I didn't want the Colonel to hear.
Okay, so what's up?
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox Dye. Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, I mean, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
The nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well,
Shock
I'd
therapy.
like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Whilst we're riding the elevator, I can recount some of the things for you, Five-Olid. I don't know if anything from what I said earlier did not ring any bells for you. Not as if anything important's happened right now. Turret's still there. How do you see me from here? Okay, I'll try and go from the start and make my way forward. What's the first thing I did? You can look down from the grate to see Johnny's conversation with himself in the bathroom. There are hidden ghosts if you use the camera. If you take pictures of certain areas, you can get ghosts to show up. I think there's like 20 of them. I couldn't get it to work though. You can, after I think it was 3 continues whilst fighting Decoy Octopus, you can destroy the top left and right statues, making him unable to use his psychic powers on you, so you don't need to change the controller port. If you hit Meryl and then go into a box, the dog will pee on it, and you can use that instead of the handkerchief. Just go inside of the box that was peed on, and the dogs are fine with you whenever you go through that area. Yeah, the ghosts are death members. And Hideo Kojima shows up with the Psychonauts poster because he was one of the developer for that. There's one right here that I'll just kind of skip over to. I don't think it respawns, no. But normally there is the moving crane there, and you have to like duck underneath it to not have it push you over. But you can just destroy it with stingers or Nikita missiles, and it never comes back, so you don't have to worry about it. Did not mean to fall down there. I hate this lava. And I'm pretty sure it's in the remake. It might be in this, but there's a way to get Snake to do the Terminator thumbs up when he goes into the lava. I can't remember how to do it. I've already seen it done. You don't know you can destroy it? Well, there you go. There's one new thing for you. I've destroyed it, so it's not coming back. You can defeat Sniper Wolf with Nikita missiles in the second fight. You can just like move them around the snow and it goes upwards if there's a hill. You can use claymores on Raven. Kind of pulls back to his tank fight, but that's not really a secret, it's just combat stuff. In the Metal Gear room, on the first floor, so the first ladder you go up, in the remake there are 2 pipes. One of them has steam, one of them has mist. If you shoot those, you can change the power card into the frozen and heated positions without having to leave. That's only in the remake, though. If you don't pick up the SOCOM, it's normally in the truck in the helipad area. And if you don't pick it up, you just point at Meryl, and it changes the location of the SOCOM to a latent area, and it just gives you one there, so you can actually survive. It's more funny in the remake. I'll think of anything else that you might have missed. Okay, it's seated. If you hack in a sniper rifle for the first fight with Sniper Wolf where Meryl's on the floor, it just bypasses the stage of going back and it just deletes Meryl from that area, so you cannot save Meryl, it's impossible. There are 3 ways to get out of the prison. There is hiding underneath the bed or using tomato ketchup when you're on your stomach when Johnny's not around. If you survive 3 torches after Otacon gives you the items, the ninja will appear and save you, which we did. You can stare at Meryl and she slowly turns red and gets embarrassed. If you go into first person view whilst fighting Decoy Octopus, not Decoy Octopus, Psychomantis, you can see through his eyes. You can use Nikita or Stinger missiles on the guys at the end of the bridge after doing the helicopter fight. Or the helicopter rope drop, I should say. Yeah.
Snake, can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification, but my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from, my age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s, a dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me.
Good old rations.
Yes. Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Gray Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Gray Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Foxdie is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Foxdie contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi,
What?
you must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Foxdie.
Huh? You weren't?
No. You were injected with Foxdie as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
What's going on here? Hey!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Foxdie was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Campbell is a dick. Campbell is a dick. Naomi is a prick. Ada Khan's a lovely human being who I'd love to get to learn more about. Especially that time he fucked his stepmom. Hey subs. Good morning. Almost onto the morning. How goes your day? Oh, just made it in time. Yeah, there is plenty of codex that I'm not going through. Maybe because I don't know when all of them happen, and if I did go through the codex, it would easily double the time of the game. There's so bloody many of them. I mean, I could just not ever call Nastasha, because a lot of hers is just to do with, like, equipment and the general state of nuclear weapons. $6 hours, yeah. Then you go to the newer games, well, I say newer games, 5, and they just take out codec, and it's like, oh, okay. But all they have now is, hey, that area has tank emplacements. Use long-range missiles. Nastasha's accent's fine.
What was that noise? bug.
Go sleep. I kind of wish they kept Mei Ling's accent in the remake. But they removed it because, for some reason, somewhere along the line, someone said it was racist. And I was like, someone having an accent is racist?
No, why?
Ready for launch.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake.
No problem.
Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my gratitude. Sorry to have involved you in that silly shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning? Just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, you've been talking to...
Me, dear brother.
Liquid, how the...
You've served your purpose. You may die now.
Good thing I've got the gas mask. Yo, Otacon, do your thing.
Snake, that's bulletproof glass. You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock
You just
here?
can't open it with
I'll
a Stinger
try.
missile.
Just hold on for a minute.
All you can do is wait for Dr. Emmerich to open the door. Stay alive, Snake.
Snake, Emmerich will be able to open the door. Just trust him and hang on.
Bam, 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 bam. Bam. Stop looking at me!
into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Danke. Here comes the best quote. My full health. Oh. Goodbye, Liquid. Just ignore him, go left. Alright. Our mission's done. It won't even let us. Actually, can I use a sniper rifle standing up? No, it won't let me.
Liquid!
Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox dye.
Fox dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how or why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye. But Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
No, it's not.
True. You and I are...
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes.
That's not how it
Everything was
works.
done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born?
Have you heard your accent?
I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands. You stole my chance for revenge. Now
Or did he?
I'll finish the work that father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him.
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you. Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes. Yeah.
Snake, your blood will be the first to be spilled by this glorious new weapon. Consider it an honor, a gift from your brother. Now I'll show you the power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
It's moving. How do I stop it?
Well, how to stop it is you plant C4 on the left, then the right, then the right, then the left, then the left, then the right, then the left, then the right, then the right, then the right, then the left, then the right. That's how you destroy Metal Gear. What the hell? Yeah, I added you to the regular list, 5 olids, so you can post maybe, like, as long as it's not against TOS. If it's against TOS, that right gets taken away from you. Come on, do animation. There we go. Picture is mine. Where'd you get body armor from? The first part you can get it at is if you go back to... Yeah, the furnace is the last place you can get it. That's the latest. The first place you can get it, it's when you go back after getting card level 4 or 5. And it's in the electricity floor before Otacon.
The name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat. So it is you. You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Mega Man! Let's just have a quick old discussion here.
Why? What do you want from me? I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me. Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you. Naomi? You're the only one who can stop her. No, I can't. Why? Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even even now she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
I like this guy's voice actor.
We might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
He destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Okay,
Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
that's fine. He's dying anyway.
Now! In front of you,
I'm out of missiles.
I can finally
I'm out of missiles.
I'm out of missiles.
after that.
Good. I'm out of missiles.
I was taken from the battle.
I'm out of missiles.
Neither truly alive nor truly dead.
You're good.
An
I'm out of missiles. I'm out of missiles.
in a world of
You're
light.
good. I'm out of missiles. I'm out of missiles.
So
You're good.
it
I'm out of missiles.
finally end.
I was trying to spam all my missiles to get rid of them all. And thankfully I actually ran out.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else.
No,
Fighting
can't
is
do it.
The only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Grey Fox does have a full game. It's called Metal Gear Rising.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself. Die!
And if you don't like Metal Gear Rising, play some Mega Man. Running around at the speed of slow. What a lovely present Grey Fox gave to us. Missiles. Chaff ran out. Rip.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
I've got to do it all again. Bit slow on the chef. There we get the other quote.
No, I can't do it. No good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
I was taken from
No,
the battle.
I can't do it.
Neither truly alive nor truly dead.
It's no good. I
An
can't do it.
undying shadow
No, I
in a
can't
world
do
of
it.
light.
It's no good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
Finally end.
It's no good. I can't do it.
Hey, you done, Snipes. Ah! Bloody cheap shooting him before I get chaff off. that not hit him? There we go. How did that hit me? Chaff was going. Oh, damn it.
I'll crush you into dust.
And then we never saw him again. God damn it, Sniper, get out of here. That would have been deleted if you weren't a mod.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake.
Liquid, you're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
You're gonna die in a few minutes.
It looks like your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I am done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things, are different now. With all the liars and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence. You should know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll
$1
be able to
billion
bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
Don't worry, Nick. I'm gonna fist him soon.
There will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face.
Even though I've done
did
the
it.
minimum amount of kills.
It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby!
They fertilized an egg with one of Father's cells, and then let it divide into 8 clone babies. Then they transferred the clones to someone's uterus and later intentionally aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born. So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA.
Yet you're blonde.
They weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born.
That's how DNA works.
But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare.
Bears? In Alaska?
Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct.
Killer instinct? We can play that.
Genes were transplanted into the members of the next generation special forces.
I prefer bloody
That's how
raw.
they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the
It's
same
Tony
genes
Stark!
as ours.
It's got that goatee going. Just a bit more of a neckbeard going on, though.
Genome Soldiers.
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments!
Sacrifices?
1991, the Gulf War.
All
The
in
military
one.
secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about
That's
was
a nice
the
jet.
side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive.
Sure they don't.
Why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why
Pass
I'll
them into the
follow
washing
what
machine.
my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you.
And get it over with. Get on with it! Yes, get on with it!
Look behind you.
Meryl!
Meryl.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
Yeah.
No!
John
We
Doe.
have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed, they've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
Yeah, Meryl's alive.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm
For
listening.
the worst of the
What
two
is the
items.
Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Meryl was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty.
Dun dun dun.
This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
The President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret.
I'll keep
can't
you
be
my
allowed to
dirty
live.
little
Well,
secret.
the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
There's no way out for us. Let's finish this before the airstrike. You stole everything from me. Only your death can satisfy me. Only your death can return to me what is rightly mine. She'll make a beautiful sacrifice for our
This song
final
reminds me of
battle.
Nemesis.
Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end.
Nah, gotta run away at the speed of sound.
Cross this line, you fall. At this height, it will kill even you.
That's debatable.
Have at you, Snake.
There's the line. And before we do this, I need to be right back. Time to have at you, Snake. Trying to do the stun lock isn't working.
What's wrong, Snake?
It's not working yet. Maybe I have to wait till the second phase. Here we go.
Nice shot! What's wrong, Snake?
I think I can call anyone at this point. And I can call Mei Ling to save. Let's call him. Just get buzzing in his ear.
Snake, it is just you and Liquid now. There is no advice I can give you.
Sure you can.
Yourself. You have got to win.
Yo, Otacon, throw me some rations.
If you look like you're about to fall off the back of Rex, press any button rapidly. You'll be able to climb up more quickly.
Any button? Okay, I'll press the power button.
What's wrong, Snake? What's wrong, Snake? What's wrong, Snake?
I hate the aiming in this. What a lovely laugh. Now we get a full 3 minutes. What?
What's wrong, Snake? Nice shot! Better hurry. It's going to blow!
If only I could throw him. There we go. Bye-bye.
What's wrong, Snake? You're out of time! What's wrong, Snake? You're out of time!
It's got a hard head. Chill, Mailing.
Have at you, Snake!
He countered my grab.
Nice shot! Better hurry! It's going to blow! What's wrong, Snake?
What? Come on.
Better hurry! It's going to blow! What's wrong, Snake?
Morphe! God damn it. I saw his charge a bit too late.
Have at you, Snake.
Probably give myself some green tea when I finish this off and get some lunch.
What's wrong, Snake? Nice shot!
I was actually strangling him then. Charge into my grapple. I hate how him falling off doesn't do damage. Ah, god damn it! Oh, for God's sake! Yay! God's sake, look at my health! Oof. Never see him again. Had a pip of health.
Meryl. Meryl?
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive! Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive. Snake, I wanted to see you again.
Meryl.
With what eyes? They're just black abysses in your
my
face.
Kodak.
She's not meant to be able to hear it. They said at the beginning of the game, no one can hear codec.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But...
Unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you.
He doesn't.
Take care of Meryl, okay?
Also, he doesn't need to be there because he can come with
Okay,
us.
I gotta go.
Because if you kill Meryl, Otacon just
Something
runs with
about
you.
your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Otacon, best
Get the
bro.
hell out of here.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
Otacon?
He's
Otacon? You mean Otacon?
right now. With his
God
old
damn
self.
Meryl.
To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah. And I don't want it to be in vain.
Me too.
Otacon's just a lot of oats to Meryl.
Meryl.
Snake.
Meryl.
Hey, it's psychotherapy to remove my interest in men.
It started.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks
Yeah, just get a
that way.
quickie.
Too bad.
That psychotherapy really did a lot of work for you, didn't it?
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
There's my sneaking suit.
Sneak it, Seal.
Hurry up.
Meryl just runs, leaves us behind.
Hurry.
Her arms are completely frozen out there.
Looking good, Snake.
Hey, it's psychotherapy to remove my interest in men. Unless her psychotherapy was done by psychomancers for the morale thing. I don't want to hurry. There's a ration right here. Did you not know? There's always one here.
I'll drive. Damn, a surveillance camera.
A surveillance camera?
Damn, no keys.
Get on the floor and do the dinosaur.
All right, keys.
Get on the floor. You. I don't want to be on the floor.
I got it, Snake. Jump in. Fire that machine gun with your weapon button. Shoot him, Snake.
Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him, shoot him!
Uh-oh, Snake. Checkpoint.
Here they come!
We'll never make it.
Punch it!
Snake, let's go.
Nah, I want to talk to someone. Yo, Otacon, how you doing? Did you hear that Meryl calls you Otacon?
We're not out of the woods yet. Here they come. We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. You did it, Snake.
Of course I did. Who do you think I am?
Not yet, Snake! It's not over yet!
Liquid!
Upward! He's driving on the wrong side of the road. Get on the left, which is my right. They could just be packing a lot of rations in there. Meryl's a lot better driver than Liquid. He's swerving everywhere, we're going pretty straight. I might die. Yep, there's me dead. That's pretty much at the end as well.
Hurry!
I don't want to be slow.
I'll drive. Damn, a surveillance camera.
They don't need a surveillance camera to know where we are.
Damn, no keys.
They would know where we are after destroying Metal Gear.
All right, keys. I got it, Snake. Jump in.
He was dying as I was getting in the car.
Fire that machine gun with your weapon button. Shoot him, Snake. Snake, hold on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Uh-oh, Snake. Checkpoint.
Here they come!
We'll never make it.
We'll never make it, she says.
Go. We're not out of the woods yet.
Here they come!
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path. You did it, Snake.
not over yet! Liquid!
He always gets a shot in on me. It's always so hard to judge where these bullets are. Oh, I had a perfect angle there. Now we go into cutscene heaven, where we just have cutscenes forever, and there's a bright light everywhere.
Meryl. Are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Surprised we're underneath the car. We would have been flung forward because we were standing up.
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
He turned into a gas.
I can't see him either.
Liquid's dead. Uh-oh.
Snake!
It's fine.
Snake!
And then we never saw him again.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
Well, we see him in Metal Gear Solid 5, but that's in the past.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Who knew?
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
Operations ended.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake.
You better thank me. She gives the worst reward.
I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake. I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
You sure about that?
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
This isn't face to face.
It's me.
Naomi.
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you. He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
You ain't got no sympathy
Naomi,
from me.
Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you.
It's not an answer.
Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
But what about that vaccine?
Each person is born with their fate written into their own genetic code. It's unchangeable, immutable. But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that. I told you before the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA. Because I wanted to know who I was. Where I came from.
You came from your mother.
I thought that if I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was, who my parents were. And I thought that if I knew that, then I'd know what path I should take in life. But I was wrong. I didn't find anything. I didn't learn anything. Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the genetic information, but that doesn't make them into the strongest soldiers. The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox Die program isn't important.
Here it is.
The important thing is that you choose life.
It's like the main thing that we have an
And
issue
then
with.
live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason.
Doesn't matter if you're gonna die sooner or later.
Here on,
Just live.
I'm going to just live.
I'm also not going to give you the vaccine people keep talking about.
Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children.
That's my prediction on the end time.
Living is a link to the future.
Hmm.
That's how all life works.
Hmm. Say
Loving each other.
8 hours.
Teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Get on, nerd. Let's drive.
Look, I found this.
Yay, a useless
Let's
item!
keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face.
Yeah, it is subs, but it's kind of pointless in
Maybe
this
it's
game.
written into my genes.
Don't need ammo.
What about now? What do your genes say?
Wait,
about
you
your
don't need
future
infinite
now?
ammo.
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
He says all this, and then 2 happens. And then 4.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay.
David Hayter.
So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be
Run 'em
spring
over.
here soon.
10 points.
For us too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. It's a time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou.
Her arms must
most
be
of all,
freezing.
You.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Spoiler,
Come on.
you're not.
Let's enjoy life.
The bandana is leagues better in the remake, 'cause then you actually have the trank gun. For most of the game, you don't want to use ammo, because you're graded on how many people you don't kill. I'm pretty sure we have to go through both the 2 ending scenes to get the record. David Hayter. James Splinters. I think David Hayter's the only person who actually put his real name on this. Hideo Kojima. 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 What was that? 9 times in this Hideo Kojima. I wonder who worked on this game. Hideo Kojima? Hideo Kojima. Was that 12? 13? I lost count. I wasn't really counting. Yoshi Sinkawa has put his name in this a lot of times as well. Forgets names all over his walls. He sounds like the kind of guy who'd put his name tag on all of his Tupperware boxes, even though he's at home. Put his name on his underwear labels, on his shirt labels. I'm wondering if those wide action shots of the scenery were his inspiration for Death Stranding. Gotta climb those mountains. Tappy! Cube Digital. Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Some more Yoshi Sankara as well. I read that as Stanbridge gun genitals, not rentals. Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Hideo Kojima. Did it already say it was directed by him at the start? So that's what, 16 or 17 times? Almost as many as Death Stranding's 21?
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live.
You sure about that?
The important thing is that you choose life. And then live.
I choose to become a dog musher in a place where dogs don't exist.
Yes,
those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world.
Wow, just bigging up Solidus.
No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Oh, shocking. Let's have a look, see at that record. Score! Oh, just barely in the 8-hour mark. 30 more seconds and I would have been wrong. Saved 8 times. Continued 11. Ugh. Found 16. That's way above the minimum of 3. I killed 42. Nice. They can put that down. So I think 14 is the minimum. Good name Hyena. They get the camera and the bandana. So those could be much lower. Saves and continue, you can have 0. Being found, minimum is 3. It's either 3 or 4. Enemies killed is around 14 or something. And then you can also play without any rations. If you're never hit. I don't know what Hyena is on the scale. Because I'm pretty sure... I think Big Boss rating was in this. So Big Boss should be the best. We get the bandana. The worst of the 2 items. Well, I don't get that save. I wasn't planning on playing it again anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm so used to X being yes. So, if anyone doesn't realise, I pressed X to say yes, but in this game, circle is yes. So I don't get my clear save. Oh well. It really does not matter. I'm not planning on playing the game again. And losing bandana does not really affect me. Like I say, but bandana is only really useful in the remake. We can get infinite trank darts because you're scored on people you're not killing. It only really helps against Metal Gear for the more stingers. And you don't even need it for Vulcan Raven. You have plenty of claymores and missiles at that point. You don't need any more ammo. I guess it could help you in the 2 elevators, but again, I don't have ammo for that as well. And yeah, we're going to move on to Metal Gear Solid 2. However, before we do so, I'm going to go make some lunch. So I shall be back in a few minutes, and we'll head on into that.